Welcome back to the Blossoming Classroom. Today we are going to talk about puppet play. As teachers, I am sure that you have heard you should have puppets in your classroom. Your QRIS, which is your quality rating scale, is telling you you need puppets in your classroom. Your Itters and Eckers books, which talk about your environment, are telling you you need puppets in your classroom. And many teachers, I for one, when I was a teacher, didn't quite understand why we needed puppets in the classroom. What was the point? I would put them in the classroom, but the children wouldn't always play with them. So why do we have them in the classroom? There's many reasons why we have puppets in the classroom. The first one is that it helps children express their feelings through a puppet rather than being put on the spot themselves for their own feelings. And so we want to engage children in this puppet play. Some different ways you can do that is by getting out puppets and playing with the children yourself. You can create a puppet stage for your children that they will then want to entertain their friends with their puppet play. But this is really important for children because it gives them an opportunity to express their feelings. Puppets are also a really good way for you as the teacher or as the parent to engage your child in social emotional development. It's a great way to introduce new friendship concepts, to introduce problem solving, to really work through some issues you may see happening in the classroom or at home. I'm going to grab a couple of my puppets and come back and show you some ways you can interact with the children. So I've come back with my puppets. I have Jack and I have Jill. I have one of each gender because I don't want to ever focus on one particular gender over another. It's really important, especially when you're working with young children, because you don't want to project behavior onto one gender. Because in reality, we see behaviors across genders and across ages, so it really doesn't matter. So I always have one Jack and one Jill when I'm reenacting something. So as a teacher, I may have seen some hitting in the classroom today or the day before. I want to keep the behavior I've seen really recent. Or as a parent, I may have picked up my child from school and their preschool or pre-K teacher has told me that they were pulling hair or that they were using unkind words or that they were hitting. And this is a great opportunity that when you get home to grab out puppets, and if you don't have puppets, make some up with some old socks or get out stuffed animals, dinosaurs, toy cars, whatever you have at home. But you want to represent kind of what's going on in the classroom. So I'm going to talk about today is hitting. I'm going to introduce, I have Jack and Jill, and they're playing with the blocks today. And Jack reaches over to get a block and Jill hits Jack. Freeze! Now we're going to problem solve what is happening between the puppets in the classroom. We're going to start with Jill first. We want to ask the children, how is Jill feeling right now? We do not want to coach around feelings. It's really important that children have the freedom to express their feelings of what they think Jill is feeling. Because the children in the classroom have either witnessed hitting, they've done the hitting, or they've experienced the hitting. And so they have a lot of feelings they want to express. Then we want to talk about what Jill could do differently. And we want to give a lot of examples. We want to help the children give those examples. So we want to say that she could have used her words. What kind of words? We want to help the children express their words. So if they don't have it, if they say, I don't know, we want to give those words of, Jack, please don't take the block from me. Or may I have the block back? Or can I trade you for the block? We can also talk about if Jill is really frustrated and wants to hit, that she can go do a big body activity. And we will talk about that big body activity in another video. Then we want to go to Jack. How could Jack have gotten the block from Jill besides taking it? And we would like to hear things around, he could have traded for the block. He could have asked for the block. He could have gotten a timer so he could have a turn in a few minutes with the block. We also want to talk about how is Jack feeling now that he's been hit. Again, we do not want to coach around feelings because the children have witnessed hitting, experienced hitting, or they've been the one that's done the hitting. So they know how it feels. And we want to let them express that. Then we want to give Jack words because we want to empower children. Because all the time we hear in the classroom, or many times we hear in the classroom, you are mean, you're not my friend, you can't come to my birthday party. And instead, what we want to coach is, That hurt me. I don't like it. I'm going to go play someplace else. We can try again later. The we can try again later is really important so that we don't break relationships with children. Because when we break relationships with children, we see the child who's done the hitting escalate their behavior because now they feel they've lost their friend forever. So it's really important that we teach children and we coach around how to set healthy boundaries and let the other child know that they will come back.